Hi everyone, welcome to Advice to Think Twice. This is Monica and I'm doing our week ahead readings. And this will be for the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Thanks for joining me. As always, keep in mind these are general. Be sure to watch all your signs. If you want to check out the specials that I'm currently running, that is in the description box below. Private readings of any other kind, also in the description box below. These are timeless, so whenever you're guided to watch the video, that's when you should watch the video, and actually you can do that for any video on my channel. I'm using the Guardian Angel messages, tarot, and the messages from your Angels Oracle. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you if you have. What's going on with the air signs? We're going to start with Gemini. Where are we? 53 seconds. I'm doing timestamps as we go. Okay. Gemini. What's going on for Gemini in the week ahead? Show me Gemini in the week ahead. Okay. Situation, the Two of Earth or the Two of Pentacles. The challenge, the Ace of Air or the Ace of Swords. The outcome, the Seven of Water or the Seven of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Five of Air or the Five of Swords. Okay. There's been some sort of a conflict here, or I don't know, someone, because this could be, for those of you where this is your energy, because it's air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, something happened where someone annoyed you, annoyed you or angered you or put you in a passive aggressive mood, okay? The Two of Pentacles, I feel like you've been going back and forth in your mind as to whether or not you should say something to this person or whether or not you should reach out to this person because there's been no communication. The challenge is you actually reaching out, you actually communicating, okay? I feel like there has been some game playing with the Two of Pentacles, mind games here with the Five of Swords. And it's almost like someone's doing to you what you did to them, or you're doing this to someone that did this to you. Take it as it resonates, okay? But it's like someone was using passive-aggressive techniques or controlling the conversation, you know, as in they'll talk to you when they want to talk to you. If you want to talk to them, they won't talk to you. They won't hear you out. It's on their terms all the time. And it's almost like the roles were flipped, okay, in that kind of dynamic. And now it's like, for a lot of you, I'm saying this is you, but of course, it could also be the flip side where you're dealing with this, okay? A different person did this to you, an external person did this to you. But for those of you where you're thinking, you've been going back and forth, should I reach out to this person? This could even be a situation where you called someone out on their games. Okay, so flipping and reversing the roles doesn't mean you started playing games. It just means you called them out and you said, I see your games. I see what you're doing. I'm not playing anymore. Okay? And that is going to trigger this person. You know, they've started going back and forth. Oh my God, Gemini is really not playing anymore. But I don't want to, you know, sacrifice the connection, or I don't want to, do you know what I mean? Or that could be you. Now, in the outcome, we do have the Seven of Water or the Seven of Cups. This can be someone trying to figure out a way to come in. This can be someone looking at, okay, I'm going to give them a gift, and they're doing some online shopping. But ultimately, the Seven of Cups is an energy of procrastination. So if this is about you going back and forth of whether or not you should reach out to someone, I'm not seeing you do it. I'm seeing you like fantasizing about it, and what I mean by that is like you're going through scenarios in your head, you're imagining yourself saying the words, you're imagining your desired outcome, but you're not actually taking action towards it. Does that make sense? So let's get more clarity here for Gemini. The Two of Earth, we have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, see, there's been some conflict. Ace of Air, we have the Knight of Water. Yeah. Seven of Cups, we have the Six of Cups. Okay. Okay. Bottom of the deck, under the Five of Air, we have the King of Air. So definitely, for a lot of you, you're dealing with another air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or there's just been a lot of like cutting words said or games played, a little bit of melodrama. Someone's a little bit resentful over how you treat them, or vice versa, okay? And the Two of Earth, someone started to consider, should I do this? Should I not do this? Should I reach out? Should I make amends? Should I apologize? Why? Because there has been a conflict, Nine of Wands, where some boundaries have been established. Someone got blocked. The other person stopped speaking, okay? Or you stopped speaking, whatever. Take it as it makes sense, okay? It's getting confusing trying to do all possible scenarios. So I'm just going to read the energy. You take it as it makes sense, okay? Basically, someone got blocked. Someone established some boundaries. There's been no communication. Someone pulled back completely because they said, you know what? I have standards. This is beneath them. I'm not playing games anymore. The challenge, if someone's going to initiate conversation, they need to come in correct, the Knight of Water. Maybe make an offer, make a heartfelt apology. It has to be more than the words, because I feel like just words were what got you into trouble, okay? Where things were said but not really felt, things were said that weren't felt. You know when you're trying to hurt someone with the Five of Swords energy and you know what to say to hurt their feeling, but you don't really mean it, you know what I mean? If this communication is to happen, it has to be heartfelt, it has to be open, honest, vulnerable, and that's a challenge, because, you know, this could also be someone who just doesn't want to admit how they feel, and you've been pushing and pushing and pushing, and they don't want to do it, and they got nastier and meaner every time you push them to admit how they feel towards you or whatever the situation was. I do see, if this is someone external to you, and we have water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, I do see them reaching out. Okay. Also vice versa, if this has been you, I do see you, if it's external to you, I see them reaching out this week. So if this is something they did, and you said, no, I'm not playing games anymore, I'm seeing them reach out to you this week with a peace offer, with an apology, with a heartfelt message. If this is you, where you have hurt someone's feelings and you have been kind of mean and unnecessarily nasty with your words, or saying things you don't mean or whatever, I'm seeing you contemplating. This is contemplating. Thinking about the good times, but you're still procrastinating. You're still not taking action. Okay? Wheel of Fortune. Change is possible. I also hear now or never. So if it's that you're down to the last chance you have with someone, it is now or never. If that's what you're thinking, it's true. It's now or never. Okay? If you've been fighting, yeah, I mean, similar energy, okay? It could be about a reconciliation. There's been no communication. There's been blocking each other potentially. Some very hurtful things said in the past. Unwarranted behavior. Unwarranted things said that weren't really felt, but you know what I mean? You're either opening up to this person's communication or this person's gesture, or you're finally coming to a point where you're saying, you know what, I'm not happy with how things are between us and I want to improve them, whether that means we can salvage the relationship or at least we can have a friendship or at least we can be civil to each other. I'm not happy with how things are between us and I want to improve them, however that makes sense. For those of you where you have been waiting for someone to do right by you, especially when it comes to work, I feel like there's more waiting coming up, if I'm honest. There's more waiting coming up. You're waiting for an offer. You're waiting for communication or a contract. That one wants to come out. But there's more waiting coming up. One more. Bottom of the deck, we have Archangel Gabriel. You have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. So Archangel Gabriel, or Gabriel, is all about communication, messages, knowledge, okay, news. And so this is telling you this is a week for communication. If you've been going back and forth, should I, shouldn't I reach out? This is telling you, yes, reach out, because it's pretty much now or never. And it's telling you how to do that, right? Heartfelt messages, heartfelt communication. Say what you mean, say what you truly mean. And things can be restored, salvaged, recovered, healed. If it's you've been waiting on communication, I feel like if you've been waiting for a little while, there's more waiting to do. There's divine timing at play. Things are not ready yet. If you've been waiting for a long time with the Nine of Wands there, I do feel like this is like blast from the past energy. It's almost like you've given up hope that you're going to get this news, and it's finally coming in. Patience. There you go. Now is the time to learn, study, gather information. Enjoy being a student, because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. So, a bit of pause energy. For those of you who've been in this pause energy, and it's time to synthesize your knowledge into action. It's time to talk about things. Take action here, okay? And Carissa, you're at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and to guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits you now. So yeah, I mean, with that Wheel of Fortune, interesting colors as well. Interesting color scheme. It's very similar colors, if that means anything to you. But I'm getting like a very calming feeling here. Healing, recovery. Okay, smooth energy here. Smoothing things over. Wheel of Fortune that we saw, you're at the end of a cycle. So basically this is telling you, if this is up to you, if you've been the one going back and forth, should I reach out, should I not reach out? Should I say this? Should I make that apology? Should I give this person a second chance? Okay, should I accept this person's offer? This is telling you that you're going to have to make up your mind, okay? It's a good opportunity. It's up to you if you want to take it or not, okay? But if you do want it, it's now or never, okay, is the message there. I also get like you're again, yeah, you're at a point where you're thinking of just giving up on something altogether because you've been waiting for such a long time. And that's when the news has finally come in, okay? And it feels like a blast from the past because you've been waiting for it for such a long time. Okay, that's why it feels like it's coming from the past. And for those of you, it's literally coming from the past. And you've been waiting on communication. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, there's a really good chance at healing something, recovering it, restoring it, bettering it. But it looks like it needs your decision, Ace of Swords. It needs your input. You have to say one way or another if you want this or if you don't want this, okay? I feel like you have an open, a window of opportunity here that's open this week, and it does feel like it's now or never. So if you want this, if you still want it, if you want to try again, you can, but you have to take action in that you have to initiate conversation, or if conversation is happening, be honest, open, and vulnerable, okay? If you've been waiting a long time for a contract or for peace to be restored or financial balance to be restored, maybe through a contract or a job offer or anything to do with that, it is coming, okay? If it's something you've just started to work on, just be prepared. You're going to have to be a little patient with it, but you are headed in the right direction, okay? All right. So I'll leave that with you. You'll have to tell me what it's about for you. Let's move on to Libra, 1410. Okay, what's going on for Libra in the week ahead? What is going on for Libra in the week ahead? Libra in the week ahead. So we have the 8 of Air or the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Air, 9 of Swords as the challenge, and the 4 of Earth in the outcome. 3 of Fire at the bottom of the deck, 3 of Wands, goals, expansion, vision. So I feel like there's an opportunity coming in for you, whether it's with work, with love, a place to live for some of you. However, it's in a a different place than where you are. It's far away from where you are. You'd have to travel for it. You'd have to change where you live for it. Or you'd have to change a lot of things in your life in order to make room for this opportunity. Eight of Swords, your initial reaction, you're doubting it. Your initial reaction is to say no, it's too much. The too much would have to change. It's too far. This is where we make excuses, right, to keep ourselves stuck. For fear, because of fear. Challenge is to overcome that fear, that negativity, the worry, the things you tell yourself, they keep you stuck. They keep you stagnant. The outcome, the Four of Pentacles, I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to hold back from an opportunity. You're going to reject an opportunity or not take an opportunity because you perceive it as you'd have to make too many changes in order to have that in your life. So say it's about a love opportunity, but this person lives at a distance, and you're like, well, that would never work. I've never been in a long-term relationship. I don't want to be in a long-term relationship. They never work, but you don't really know. Does that make sense? So you're only going to know if you give it a shot. But I feel like because it's so unfamiliar to you, you're going to say no. Same thing about job. It's a very different type of job than what you're used to. And you just feel like you don't have enough information, and it's easier for you to tell yourself that it just wouldn't work out, but you don't really know. Does that make sense? Because you've never been in that situation before, and it's very unfamiliar to you, and it's making you uncomfortable, and it will cause you to not want to take a chance. Okay? I mean, Libra, listen to your intuition, but just make sure it's your intuition you're listening to and not your fears. Okay? Because it is absolutely down to you what you want to do here. This is something that would take you places, physically and metaphorically. Okay? It will bring change, growth, expansion in your life. And by all means, you're free to say no. That's your right. But just make sure that the reason why you're saying no is because you don't really want this, and not because you're afraid to go for it. Does that make sense? So let's clarify for Libra. Eight of Swords, we have the Five of Earth, the Five of Pentacles. The Nine of Air, we have the Four of Air. With the Four of Earth, we have the Seven of Fire. Yeah, you're going to block something because you're afraid of loss. Four of Wands. It could take you to the Four of Wands. This Three of Wands is your gateway to the Four of Wands. So you could meet someone that you could settle down with, have a family. You could get a job offer that leads you to this amazing success in your career. You could be looking at property and this amazing home is just in a different location than what you want to move to, right? Or it's further than what you were willing to look at, okay? But it could be your dream home. Does that make sense? But currently, Eight of Air, Five of Earth, Eight of Swords, Five of Pentacles, you're in this lack mentality, in this fear mentality. You're very confused because you're only thinking of what could go wrong. And you're only thinking of the things you'd have to change or get rid of or stop doing, or you quote unquote, you couldn't do anymore if you had this in your life. And that is what is keeping you stuck. Your challenge, meditation. See? Listen, this is, you can't make this stuff up, right? This is meditation energy. And what do you do? How do you connect to your intuition? Through your meditation, through prayer and meditation. Because what that does, it quiets the mind so that we can hear our intuition. You're just listening to your mind right now that's spewing out fears and worst case scenarios. That's not your intuition. If you wanted to connect to your intuition, meditate, pray. Prayer brings answers for some of you. Okay? Take a step back to contemplate. Take a step back to see the bigger picture. That is also a message. Get out of your own head, just your own little head, because you keep going through the same information. You keep going through worst case scenarios. It's not even that it's like actual information. It's worst case scenarios, right? And it's keeping you from taking a really amazing opportunity, and you'll block it. Okay? However, so if you listen to the fear, you'll block it. And again, it's your right to do so, but this is amazing, okay? If you can find a way to quiet the mind and listen to your instincts, to your intuition, and flip that Five of Pentacles mentality. You can overcome any obstacle. You can overcome any blockage through your determination to go for this. It's just success. This is overcoming any obstacle. This is like whatever happens, you figure it out and you keep going. You keep it moving. It doesn't fade you. It doesn't scare you. Once you've made up your mind that this is what you truly want to pursue, you're like, whatever happens, happens. Bring it on. That's my goal, and that's what I'm going for. No matter what happens, I adjust, I adapt, and I keep going. And you have that Four of Wands, okay? So, yeah. Let me know what this is about for you. I really hope the reading helps you if you're dealing with these kinds of energies, okay? So let's see, Oracle advice for Libra for the week ahead. Azure and Opal. Seraphina, I'm the angel of families. A happy change or addition is coming to your family. So, for a lot of you, flipping heck, I swear, I changed the software, guys. I don't know why it keeps freezing. For some of you, your family is what is holding you back. It could be literal, in which case, I mean, you only live once and you deserve to be happy. Just saying. But for others of you, it's just the thought of how your family dynamic is going to change. You won't be able to spend as much time with family. You'll be further away from family. You won't have the same routine, involving your family. That's something that's holding you back. For others of you, it's just the changes. The family is what's familiar, okay? It can be familial energy, but it also could talk about what's familiar, what's comfortable, what's home to you. And there would be a lot of changes to that. And that's what you're afraid of. Azure, your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith and don't try to force it to happen. So this is just telling you, you won't have to wait long to see results. You won't have to wait long to see whether or not you made the right choice if you decided to go for this, right? You would see results right away in how you feel, in your confidence levels, in your joy, and what things are happening in your life. And we have Opal. Your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. For a lot of you, I mean, you might be a single parent. You're worried about how this is going to affect your children, right? And you're trying to make sure that you're making the best decisions for them as well. And in that case, the message there is, if you're happy, healthy, and taken care of, that you can then look after them, make sure they're happy, healthy, and taken care of. Does that make sense? Keeping yourself in a place of lack is not going to make them happier, or do you know what I mean? Okay, so think about yourself, not from an egotistical standpoint, but from the standpoint of, if you only have a little, you can only give a little. This is an opportunity to bring you a lot. And then you can give a lot if you're worried about your children or if you're worried about your family. Does that make sense? And if that's what this is, if it's family, bring them into the conversation, bring them into the decision, allow them to support you in this, okay? Allow them to say to you, you know what, this is a really good opportunity. We're going to have to do what we're going to have to do, but you should go for it because it will help us all. Does that make sense? And allow them to be in your corner. Take some of that pressure off that you're putting on yourself. Okay? Because this is amazing. I'm getting like this is once in a lifetime opportunity. And like I say, if you come to a conclusion that this is not what you want, by all means, it's not what you want. It's not what you want right now. It's not what you want. It's not for you. But if you really want to go for this, if you get excited at the thought of it, and then you start explaining it away as to why you shouldn't go for it, and it's all reasons that, you're afraid of how things would change, if fear is holding you back, that's something to look at, Libra. Okay? Because it's not quite right. It would cost you an amazing opportunity. And you're not going to know until you try. Because again, this isn't something you've done before. You're not going to know until you try. But if you do try, you'll see that you've made the right choice right away. Okay? So I'll leave that with you. And we're going to go to Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. Thanks for joining us. If you're skipping ahead, just make sure to also watch the intro. So let's see what's going on for Aquarius in the week ahead. Aquarius in the week ahead. 8 of Cups, the Star, the Ace of Cups. Okay, there's reconciliation energy. Or new love. Bottom of the deck, the Six of Wands. Relief, hope, moving on. So for some of you, and again, I'm reading the energies. If the scenario I'm talking about is making sense to you, take it. But if you're seeing these energies play out in any different way, by all means, take the message, okay? So, something that someone that walked away from you, water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, there was an ending, there was a detachment, someone walked away, moved out, recently or further back. You can have healing and reconciliation with this person. And in the outcome, we have the Ace of Cups, new beginning, fresh start. You can move forward together. Someone is moving back in, or you're moving back in, okay? So that's one scenario that I'm seeing very clearly, and it's specific to someone. For others of you, you've been on your own for quite some time. Maybe you've been searching, open to meeting new people. Whether it's about love or not, doesn't matter. The challenge with the Star card, this is your energy. And it's about having faith, optimism, putting yourself out there, letting people see you, letting people get to know you, sending out resumes, again, bringing light to yourself, right? And it can result in a wonderful opportunity of new love, new job, new partnership in your life of any other kind. For those of you who have been looking for a place to live, I'm seeing you find your dream home this week, okay? There's an energy of you might have to get a, real estate agent or something like that. Maybe you've been doing it on your own with the 8 of Water, and this is where you go to someone who's an expert and they can show you things. And for others of you, this is an energy where you kind of have to up the price just a little bit, not that much, but just a little bit, because that puts you in a different bracket, on a different level of properties, and that's where you find your dream home, okay? So, let's look at clarity for Aquarius. 8 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Yeah, definitely reconciliation energy for some of you. The Star card with the Sun card. Okay. Ace of Cups with the 7 of Pentacles. The Emperor is under the 6 of Air. So with the Emperor, we have Aries energy. Could also be a focus on your work. Could also be you becoming an entrepreneur. If this is you struggling to figure out, should you start your own business? Should you continue walking the path of your own business? Okay, because maybe there has been the loss of a job, or you're just not happy. You find jobs, but you're not happy, you're not fulfilled. It's always the wrong situation. Your challenge is to walk your own path, to start your own business, to promote yourself, to put yourself out there, to show people what you got, to show people what you can do. Brag a little bit. This is the week for it, okay? There's something going on with the sun. I don't know where the sun is in your chart, or there's something where there's a spotlight on you, but you have to take it. You're uncomfortable. You're uncomfortable being in the spotlight, and that's your challenge. And in the outcome, a new beginning that you can invest in, that will develop. It will be nice and easy, but it will be long lasting. Definitely seeing you finding a place to live after several situations falling through. Again, there's an energy of, I feel like it's someone else, bringing someone else in that can show you the ropes, or that can show you, I don't know, there's something where they can show you information that you don't have yourself, Okay, it's an expert of sorts, and they can teach you how to find the best places. They can teach you how to get the best deals. They can teach you how to broker with people. Does that make sense? Or they can do that on your behalf. For others of you, the challenge is you would like to heal something with someone, but at the same time, you're afraid of giving up that independence. Or you're afraid about how, if you got involved in a romantic relationship, how would that take away from your career or your business, because you'd have to split your focus. Does that make sense? So you're doing some assessments here in terms of, okay, what am I going to invest here and what am I going to invest there? Either way, it's really, really beautiful energy. So you're either getting that job offer, but listen, you have to put yourself out there. Let people talk you up. Don't shut people up when they start bragging about you, okay, or talking about what an amazing worker you are. Don't shy away and go in the corner. Be there and be present for it. Yes, that's true. You did do that. You deserve all that praise. It's not empty talk. You know what I mean? Own it. If you're attending any sort of gatherings, business, professional, social, you're going to be in the spotlight. Everyone's going to want to see you, be with you, be around you, work with you. Okay, if this is a networking event type thing, be present, put a smile on. You won't have to do much and people will be drawn to you. If people are giving you praise, take it graciously, but take it, okay? Because it leads to new opportunities for you. And if you've been doubting, should you continue to walk your own path and invest in your own business? The answer is yes. If you're struggling, like if it's not doing as well as you would like, the key is to get yourself out there, to advertise, to put your face on things, okay? Put your name on things. Advertise, promote yourself, or get together with people who can promote you. Oh, fluff, hold on. The whole deck is falling out of my hands. Bear with me. Okay, I think I got them. Alright, so I got 2 cards. Lay them out like that. Bottom of the deck, Yvonne, you have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. So, whenever I see anything with animals on it, it's talking about, obviously if it's a direct message, take it. But it talks about listening to your instinct. Following your instincts, okay? So we have Crystal that flew all the way to the floor. Have faith and hope because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't yet see. Yeah, you can't see it. Because you're in this negative, sad, sorrow kind of place. Because of a loss or because things aren't working out the way you'd hoped. But again, the message, the challenge with the Star card is for you to have faith, for you to be optimistic, for you to look for opportunities, to want to see opportunities, okay? And Celeste, a happy move to a new home, there you go, or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. There's a big happy change here. New home, new job, new relationship. But you have to want to see it with Crystal. You have to have faith. Oh, for God's sake, I don't know why it freezes. I don't even know if you can still hear me when it freezes. But yeah, you have to have faith. You have to be positive, optimistic. And I know it's not easy, okay? I do. I know that. I'm human. I've been there. When things are going sour, it's difficult to be positive. It's difficult to be optimistic that things will turn around and to have faith that everything's happened for your highest good. You know what I mean? But that's your challenge, because if you can do that, if you can overcome that negative mentality, you have this amazing opportunity coming in, Aquarius. Alright, so I'll leave it with you. You don't have to tell me what this is, but it looks amazing, okay? I'll leave it with you. Have a great week ahead, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.